Hi friends, if you're watching this on YouTube, my Streamlabs froze and I just restarted. If you're watching this on Twitch, hopefully you're here. Let's try this again. Failure. Listen, I don't know what's wrong with Streamlabs. Streamlabs just sucks. Like, the whole application froze. Like, I couldn't even do anything. So anyway, we were talking about Tarzan. We got mostly through the first part of Tarzan. He's a big boy now. Yeah, he's just hanging out with his friends, and then you're talking about how sexy he is. I was just saying he attractive if you into that. If you into ape men, which is kind of the whole point of this movie, is that Jane is into ape men. But they're hanging out, and then Sabor attacks. Kerchak attacks Sabor. Then Tarzan attacks Sabor with his spear, and he kills Sabor. And everyone's like, yay, Tarzan. And he gives Sabor to Kerchak as an offering, as an attempt to be like, I am... Sora kills Sabor. Yeah, Sora kills Sabor, guys. He tries to be like, here you go, Dad. And Dad is just like, you're not my son. And then they hear a gunshot, and everyone moves out. And Tarzan, of course, is like, gotta go figure out what this is. And he finds Clayton and Mr. Porter and Jane. Professor, I'm sorry, he's Professor Porter. And they're having a conversation about trying to find the gorillas. And Clayton is like, these are animals. They're monsters. And they're like, no, they're like social creatures. Why am I sitting this way? I'm gonna sit more. I'm trying to get comfortable, guys. I'm never comfortable. Okay. It just kicked me into an ad break. I'm sad. So anyway. It says you took an ad break. Oh, I'll tell him that as soon as the ad is over. Gave me 3 ads. So I guess I need to talk about that in just a moment. So anyway, Clayton is like trying to shoot around. He's like, there's something here. They're like, what? So. Okay, I'm gonna talk about ads in just a moment. Are you not subbed to me, Cade? I thought you had your Prime sub on my account. No, you're not subbed to me? Well, you should sub to me with your Prime sub. Okay. So, here's the thing about ads. I think my Prime sub is on Critical Role right now. Oh, I see. So I have it where it does automatic ad breaks every 45 minutes. It does one right at the beginning of stream and then every 45 minutes. So I don't take physical ad breaks. They're just kind of automatic. But as far as I understand, as long as you're subbed to me, you won't see the ad. So go sub to me. But you should put your Prime sub on your, your sister's stream, because that would be the nice thing to do. Anyway, Clayton's talking about how they're dangerous, and then walking away, and then Jane sees a cute little monkey. And then he steals her sketchbook. She's trying to get it back, and then monkeys start attacking her, so Tarzan jumps in and saves her. And then there's just a whole sequence of them like swinging vines and riding down trees and stuff like that. And then he sees her and he's very confused. Which, I mean, wouldn't you be? To finally see a creature that looks like you. And he doesn't speak to her. He just copies things she says. And he like does the little hand thing. And he like listens to her heart. And he's like, yeah, he's trying to talk to her, but she doesn't understand. And so he takes her boobs. Yeah. Shows his face in her boobs. And then there's this scene is kind of pointless. I think they just needed, I honestly think they were like, we need a reason for everyone to be in the camp, for them to see the gorillas or whatever. So they made this scene, because this scene is really useless. So all the gorillas walk into the camp, and then they start messing with stuff, and they start playing music and destroying things. And it's literally the most useless scene. But it causes the humans to show up at the camp because they hear something. And it also causes the gorillas to run away from the humans, but for the humans to know that the gorillas are there. So I think they were just like, how do we get like the humans and the gorillas to see each other in a way that makes sense? What if we just had this stupid little scene in here? Anyway, I'm playing with Putty. Putty. How do we make this movie longer? Yeah, that too. But she's telling her dad about everything, and she's talking about Tarzan. And then we see the gorillas again, not the monkeys, because we don't see the monkeys again until later. But we see the gorillas again, and they're like, stay away from the humans. And he's all mad, and he's like, Mom, why didn't you tell me there are creatures that look like me? And then we're back to the camp. They're talking about the gorillas. They're talking about Tarzan. And she's talking about how... Who's the better ape man, Tarzan or Goku? Well, one of them can shoot a laser with his hand, so I feel like he wins. They're like, we have to find him so we can learn from him about the gorillas. And then he shows back up, and he's like, Jane, Clayton. And he's like repeating words back at them and being a general nuisance. And so then they start teaching him things. And they show him like pictures and show him the stars and try to teach him to read and speak. And we have Strangers Like Me that plays. And he's just obsessed with learning. And then he sees an image of like a man giving a girl flowers, and so he like wants to do that for Jane. But he shows up, and the ship is there to take them home. They can't stay any longer. And she's like, I wanted to see the gorillas, and she's like, I hope you'll come with us, Tarzan, because we can't come back. And he's like, well, Jane must stay with Tarzan. And then Clayton is like, well, he manipulates him. And he's like, well, she wants to see the gorillas, and seeing the gorillas is the only way she'll stay. Because Clayton wants the gorillas himself. Which the movie at first doesn't really make it clear what he wants out of the gorillas. But he wants to sell them, essentially. But I always I always assumed he was like he just wanted, he was like a trophy hunter. But yeah, so Tarzan is like, I need you to, he asks Turk and the elephant, whose name I also forget, to distract Kerchak so he can show them where the gorillas are. And he shows them the gorillas and introduces them to his parents, or to his mom, like the gorilla mom. And of course, Clayton marks down where the gorillas are. And Tarzan teaches her gorilla, and she's like, what does that mean? He's like, Tarzan stays with Jane. And she's like, no, I can't. And then Turk accidentally leads Kerchak back to back to them, and then Tarzan fights Kerchak, and then he's like, oh my god, what have I done? And he's like, you betrayed us all, and he runs off. And then Mom, Kala, I think is her name, shows him, like, his parents' like treehouse, and he finds like his stuff and a picture of them, and he decides he's gonna be a human man, and he gets all dressed up, and he goes to get on the ship with them. And the Turk is all sad because he left. And they get on the ship, and they all get attacked by Clayton and his goons. Like, they tie up even the captain, so like Clayton like mutiny. And then yeah, Turk goes and saves them. Turk and the elephant manage to swim all the way to the boat and save them. And then they go, the gorillas get attacked. Tarzan goes to save them. And they save everybody. And Tarzan and Clayton fight. And then Clayton gets trapped in some vines, and Tarzan warns him not to do that because he starts like cutting at them. I'm just going to show you all this sequence because it's intense. Yeah, you guys just have to see this scene. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it. Because you see his body, if you guys look at the tree, you actually see the silhouette of his body. Yeah. Which I didn't know. I never paid attention. And then I'm watching it with Cade, and Cade was like, oh yeah, and you see his body hanging there. I was like, what? And I hit the rewind button. I was like, what the fuck? I thought you just saw the vine snap. Clayton's death was insane and super graphic. Yeah. And then Kerchak dies, and he's like, you're my son. That makes Tarzan all sad. And then Jane and Dad leave. And then he's like, Jane, I know you want to stay. And she's like, yes. So she goes after Tarzan, and they kiss. And then he tells the captain, he's like, just tell him you couldn't find us. Peace, we're gonna live in the jungle. And they decide to be jungle people. And that's the end. So that was Tarzan. Now, Fantasia 2000, we're not really gonna go over. I'm honestly not gonna go through the movie because it's a Fantasia movie. The Tarzan cartoon was pretty good if I remember correctly. I never saw it, so. Fantasia 2000. So I'm actually just gonna look up and sort of talk about the pieces because it's a Fantasia movie. You just gave a summary. What's your review? I'm gonna do the reviews at the end. I do the 3 summaries and then I give like my review of each of them. Yeah, give me 1 second, Cade, because I want to get all the talking bits out of it so I can rank them all together. Alrighty, let me. Shows I've never watched your streams. Yeah, exactly. So, trying to remember. So each of these segments is, as we've seen before, it's a like iconic classical music piece with animation drawn to it. And each of the segments is introduced rather than by one person, like in the original Fantasia, we had that one like narrator guy. Each piece is introduced by a different like famous person in this one, and I don't really like it because some of the people I don't feel were appropriate, and I feel they were very awkward and took away from like the the more serious tone that Fantasia originally had. Like, it had a funny tone with, like, the pieces, but, like, it was a classical symphony orchestra thing, you know? So the narrator was very serious to a point. But in this, we had, like, Steve Martin making jokes before one of the pieces, and then, like, they had, what is his name? James Earl Jones, and they made him say funny things because he's got a serious voice and things sound funny. They had Penn and Teller, the magicians. Like, it was just really weird. Like, it was weird. But the pieces, so there was Symphony Number 5, which was just like it had butterflies. It was just a little thing with butterflies. Pines of Rome was the one that actually had like a little story, and it was kind of weird. It had flying whales, and like they get separated from their baby and then they get reunited. It's weird. Rhapsody in Blue was a lot of fun. It was a piece about like different people who are in New York that were like unhappy with their lives, and then how, you know, their lives got better and changed due to music and stuff, and how all their lives sort of affected each other. It was really good. Piano Concerto Number 2, that was put to the Steadfast Tin Soldier. I don't know if you guys are aware of that story, but it's like a little tin soldier, and he likes this little ballerina doll, and then there's like a mean Jack-in-the-Box that's trying to keep them apart. And, of course, the good guy wins in the end. Carnival of the Animals finale was flamingos with yo-yos. That's literally all the piece was. And then they just did Sorcerer's Apprentice again. Pomp and Circumstance was, which one is that? Oh, it was the Noah's Ark. Pomp and Circumstance was Noah's Ark with Donald Duck, which was really cute. It was a really cute piece. Donald and Daisy get separated at the beginning, and they both make it onto the Ark, but they don't realize the other has made it onto the Ark. They think the other one got stuck out, didn't make it, and then they're reunited at the end when everyone gets off the Ark, and it's really cute. And then the last one is my favorite one. It was really good. It was the Firebird, and that's the one that everyone has seen. The green girl. Let me just show you. Like when you boot up Fantasia. That's this piece. The Firebird, and she's like a nature spirit, and that's the one I was talking about. What one you were talking about? When were we talking about it? But there's like a nature spirit trying to bring life to the land, and then a volcano explodes. We watched it in art class multiple times. Volcano explodes, and then she almost dies, and then she brings life back to the land because it's about rebirth. So it was really good. Like I said, I didn't love the introduction pieces in between. I feel like some of them took away from the seriousness. Like I said, there was like Penn and Teller and like Steve Martin making jokes, and it was just weird. And they just did Sorcerer's Apprentice again, the Mickey short. It was weird. They're just like, yep, y'all remember this one, here you go. But they introduced it like it was a new piece, which was what was weird. But yeah, Fantasia 2000. And then last, but certainly probably least. No, it's not least. It's pretty bad. Dinosaur. I just watched this, and I don't think I could tell you half of the characters' names. I don't think I could name a single character, actually. And I watched this movie literally half an hour ago. Alrighty. So, Dinosaur. So, Dinosaur starts the same way Tarzan starts, okay? So we see a bunch of dinosaurs, they're all happy, and then this little egg, they get attacked, and this little egg gets lost. It gets carried away from its mom, and it gets all the way to this other island. And then these little lemurs find this egg. So like this egg makes it like all the way to a different island because of various circumstances. And then these lemurs adopt this little dinosaur. And they raise it. Just like, they're like, you better kill it. And they're like, we can't, so they raise it. Just like Tarzan. I mean, it's at the beginning, it's Tarzan. And then, you know, we see the lemurs and the dinosaur playing. I don't even remember his name. Aladar. Right, thank you, subtitles. And, he's helping one of the other guys because it's like mating season and stuff. And then, let's see. Mating season happens, and then one of them doesn't get a mate, and he's all sad. And then they're watching the sky because he's sad. And then they see some meteors fall, and then a giant meteor hits their island and destroys everything. And only Aladar, the lemur that's his mom, the lemur that's his granddad, and then like the sad lemur, and then like his brother and sister, I guess, make it out. And they swim and swim and swim and make it to the other island, which is the Dinosaur Island. And Aladar gets shocked to see that there are creatures like him. And he doesn't fit in because he doesn't know what's going on. And he meets these two older dinosaurs who are stuck at the back of the herd. And it's like, why are you guys back here? And they're like, well, we're slow, and they don't wait for us. And then so he tries to, so he talks to them. And they become friends. Let's see. So he tries to tell the leader, like, hey, you should wait for these people. And he's like, why would I do that? And basically, he's just a pain. He's being mean. He's like, why would I, let the weak, they'll die, they'll kill us all, kind of thing. And then, so, they're making their way. They find out they're heading to the nesting grounds, or Aladar finds out they're heading to the nesting grounds and everything, and just making their way. And so they're crossing this desert, trying to get to the lake. And this whole thing kind of sucks, so it's just a whole long sequence. And it's basically like, shows us Aladar helping out the older dinosaurs rather than, leaving them behind. And, we get his character. And then we see some T-Rex looking things chasing them. I don't know how many of these are actually based on real dinosaurs, I'm gonna be real with y'all. They obviously don't call any of them a Diplosaurus or a whatever, They call the T-Rex looking mofos the Carnosaurus or something, or the Carnus. But that's about it. Anyway, they get to the lake, and it's all dried up, and they're all like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? And then Aladar realizes if they just dig a little bit, they can get some water. And everyone's like really excited, and the leader, whose name I forget, Kron, I think, gets mad at him. And then but he talks to Nira, who's the leader's sister, and they become, cutesy. And then they find out that the Carnosauruses or whatever are chasing them, and he's like, you can't sacrifice the old people. He's like, well, Carnotaur, that's what they call it, Carnotaur. And he's like, well, I'm gonna stay with them. And so they travel at their own pace. They can't keep up with the rest. And then they, one of the bad guys, not bad guys, but one of the guys who was working for the leader, I forgot, he got attacked by a Carnotaur earlier. And they find him, like, bleeding out. They're like, why don't you hang out with us? And they go stay in this little cave, and then he stays with them. And, they just all become sort of kind of friends. Not really, they just become, like, they understand each other a little more. And then they start running from the Carnotaurs in this cave, and he sacrifices himself for them. And then we're cut back to the herd because now they split up and the herd is like falling behind. And then they come to a dead end, they break through, and oh my god, we made it to the nesting grounds. Who could have seen that coming? But oh no, the way we usually come in to the nesting grounds is blocked off. There's a huge steep drop. And he's like, I gotta warn Corn or whatever his name is. And then he's like, a Carnotaur's coming, we gotta go to this other way. There's a way we can make it. And he's like, no, fuck you, and they fight. And then the sister like takes his side, and the Carnotaur shows up. They stop the Carnotaur just by like growling at it. And then the Carnotaur attacks Corn. I'm gonna call him Corn because I don't remember his name. It was like Kron or Coron or something, but I'm just gonna call him Corn. And it attacks Corn, kills Corn, and then all the dinosaurs make it to the breeding ground because they kill it. They knock it off the cliff. And then we see Aladar. It's like, time skip. Look, he has his own eggs. And we made the same shot as the opening shot of the movie, which just means we reused animation. And then, yeah, the end. They're all happily ever after. This movie sucks. Hi, Ahmad. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. We're reviewing some Disney movies. Alrighty. So let's go to our tier list. Here we are. So Tarzan, Fantasia, and Dinosaur. So let's talk about Tarzan. So Tarzan is a pretty good movie. Like, it's really good. The soundtrack's good. Everyone knows the soundtrack. Soundtrack is iconic. It's a pretty solid story, and I feel like it has a pretty... Like, I feel like it kind of, like, breaks the mold with its ending, honestly, because I feel like in another, like, if they remade Tarzan and, like, wrote the same story, it would end with him going back with Jane. You know what I mean? I don't feel like it would actually end with them. Lala, I think you need some Yarak. What? What does that mean? It would end with Tarzan, like going with the humans, and I like that it doesn't. So it's a pretty good movie overall. I think I'm gonna put it in like A or B tier. It's a cartoon series. Look it up. I'll look it up. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put it in A tier. Let's put it here. Let's put it after Cinderella. Fantasia 2000, like I said, I had a lot of problems with it. The actual musical pieces and like artistic pieces were mostly good. I liked most of them. I don't think any of them are as iconic as the original Fantasia, but they were pretty good. But overall, I didn't love Fantasia 2000. It was kind of lame, and it was kind of bad. And like I said, I didn't like that like Steve Martin was like one of the like guys. Kind of reminds me of the mermaid cartoon, just a bit more adventurous. Let me check this out. Sorry, I'm looking up what this is. Alrighty. So, we're not gonna... I'm glad I turned off share. Yeah, that word means penis. I do not need that from you. Thank you very much. I'm good. We're gonna go back to talking about Disney movies. So, Fantasia 2000, I feel like the original Fantasia is better, which, by the way, I'm gonna put the original Fantasia a little higher up. I'm gonna reorganize these later. Fantasia 2000 is probably a solid, like, probably at the end of C tier, because like I said, I like parts of it, but I just don't really love all of it all together. I feel like I didn't like that they reused Sorcerer's Apprentice. I feel like it would have been better had it just been all original pieces for starters, kind of give it its own identity. So that kind of threw me off, and then I just didn't like, yeah, I don't know. Just overall, I didn't love it, but it's not terrible. I liked some of the pieces. I really liked the last piece. It was really good, and I liked the jazz one. What was that? Blue Rhapsody or something like that. Something like that. Dinosaur. The animation is terrible. I need you guys. I'm gonna show you guys this fucking movie. I'm just gonna show you what this looks like. Like, this is just scary. This is just not cool to look at. They just look really weird. Look at them. They just look scary. I don't like them. Anyway, so like the animation kind of sucks. Sir, you're on a line to get banned because I'm not looking that up. I don't trust you at this point. Let's not do that kind of stuff. Anyway, we're talking about Disney right now. Let's keep it wholesome. Anyway, so the story was whatever. It was a very basic plot. It was just kind of like, new guy ends up knowing what's better for everybody than the old guy. Like, who would have guessed? And it's kind of like a Tarzan story at the beginning. And it's just kind of like, man, it's like a solid C tier story, but like the animation scares me. So it's gonna be like a D tier. It'll be at the end of D tier. Yeah, you're an idiot. Like, whatever. This is my movie ranking, so I'm actually gonna add in the movie. So I put Tarzan after Cinderella. Oops, I didn't hit enter. Tarzan. It's a solid like 8 out of 10. So it's in A tier. And then what did we put? I have the Google document just in case I lose this. You can't see nothing. Oops. There we go. Yep, there. And then I put Fantasia 2000 after Black Cauldron. It's a solid, yeah, 6 out of 10. It's a C tier. Yeah, I keep this in case I lose the tier list, so I have it. And then I put Dinosaur after Pinocchio. Yeah, I got an entire Google document. Like, that's not that weird. I've just been keeping track of it as I go. So, four out of 10. D tier. Alrighty. So that's where we're at now with our rankings. The only S tier we have right now is Mulan, which is kind of to be expected. Like, I like Hercules and Aladdin stuff. But yeah, so next week we're gonna watch Emperor's New Groove, Atlantis, and Lilo and Stitch. 3 really good movies, 3 really underrated movies, so I'm really excited. I don't think it's not going to give us any more S tiers yet, but rate Bolt, well, we're not to Bolt yet. We'll get there when we get there. We haven't watched it yet. Right now, it is not 10 out of 10. It's probably like 3 out of 10. I hate that movie. Oops, I went back too many. So yeah, next is Emperor's New Groove, Atlantis, and Lilo and Stitch. Then yeah, we've gone by. So in 3 weeks we'll watch Bolt, and talk about Bolt. Because, yeah, 1, 2, and then 3. So 3 weeks. I'm back. I muted you because Dinosaur boring. Well, you missed this crazy dude in the chat. And then, yeah, so this is where we're at. You missed me talking about, like, you wanted my rankings, and you missed my rankings, bro. So, here are my rankings. Dinosaurs in D tier. Crazy dude? Sorry, let me pull up my Google Docs document. Whatever. I mean, I'm doing a ranking. Like, wouldn't you keep a document that has your ranking? Especially if you have a chance of losing this, because I don't want to exit out of this and lose my progress. So I have a Google Doc so I don't lose it. You're the one trying to get me to look up penis and stuff. Oops. I clicked back to the wrong tab. Let's see. What else can we do? Oh my god, that was only half an hour. Oh yeah, because we got cut off earlier. I forgot about the fact that we started and then got cut off. So I was like, I feel like I've been streaming longer. Let's see if we have any fun quizzes and stuff that I have saved in here. Wait, you put Dinosaur over Alice in Wonderland? Don't you like going on a drug trip? No, I don't. And the plot of Dinosaur has like an alright plot. It's the animation that's kind of scary. Alrighty. I want to see, what are these? So these are ranks. 24 Disney quizzes take if you're bored. Let's try this. See if we have anything fun on here. Oh my god. Oh, I like when it pops. I don't like when it pulls. There we go. I'm playing with Silly Putty. Let's see. Oh, I've done most of these. Let's see. You got, what's that you got in your hands? It's Silly Putty. It's like a, it's just putty. Yeah, I don't know. I've done most of these quizzes. Most of them weren't fun. Oh, here we go. Only a real Disney fan can identify these films from their houses. Let's try this. Alrighty, Lilo and Stitch. Obvious. This is... Oh, this is a hard one. This is Lady and the Tramp, if I'm correct. Yep. This is Up. You go too fast, slow down. This is The Incredibles. Which house is this? I mean, I guess it is their house, but like, that's funny. That's Aladdin. This is Beauty and the Beast. Let's see. If you're a true Disney fan, my favorite Disney movies that literally everyone should know. How many of these movies have you seen? I hate these ones. You got some cheat codes? No, I've just seen every Disney film. At this point I have, because the only ones I hadn't seen were Fantasia 2000 and Dinosaur. All the others I've seen, I just haven't seen some of them in a long time. So, I've seen every Disney film. Every Disney animated film, at least. Everything on this list. Everything made by Walt Disney Animation Studios. I've also seen every Pixar movie. Only Disney fans can guess the movie based on these photos. I always like these, because they take some interesting, like, screen caps. So, I mean, obvious this is Snow White. I mean, if you don't know this one, like, it's literally got characters in the scene. This is Jungle Book. Any that have characters, I'm like, that's pretty easy, because they have characters. This Bambi. Pinocchio. I used to have a cat named Figaro. He was a black kitty named Figaro. This is Fantasia. Atlantis. Dumbo. Oh, that's actually a hard one. Do y'all know what this one is? Can you guess? Because it's actually a difficult one, if you're not familiar with the movies. Anastasia's not even a Disney movie. There's actually... Yeah, it is. I'm going to say Anastasia's not a Disney movie. You can tell it's neither of these because these two are 2D animated. No, it is not a... Yes, I know they bought it, but it's not a Disney movie. It's not a Disney animated film. Everyone thinks it is, but it's not. It's like on like 4 of these. Yeah, only Disney fans can list these movies based on photos. These are Disney. This is Alice in Wonderland, Hercules. This is Anastasia. Anastasia's not a Disney movie! I'm gonna choke a hoe! They literally had one that the answer is Anastasia. Anastasia's not a fucking Disney movie! I don't care that they bought it. It's not a fucking Disney movie. You can't put it in a Disney quiz. This is some bullshit. I'm gonna scream. They never said it was Disney movies. They said Disney fans would know. I mean, shut the fuck up. Do you know Disney as well as you think you do? Posted in 2019. This was before Disney owned Anastasia. So shut the fuck up. This is before Disney owned Fox. So this is still wrong. Yeah, all the comments are Anastasia is not Disney. Guess which Disney princess movies these quotes are from. I love quote quizzes. Tale as old as time, The Beauty and the Beast. That's not a monster, that's my sister. Frozen. Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Pocahontas. When will my life begin? Tangled. You'll board my boat, sail across the sea, and restore the heart of Te-Fiti. Oh, there was only 5? Lame. I love quiz. I love quote quizzes. Let's see if you're more old school or new school when it comes to Disney princesses. I mean, let's see. Like, Rapunzel's better than Belle, sorry. But Cinderella's better than Moana. Mulan's better than Pocahontas. Tiana's better than Ariel. Aurora's better than Anna. Jasmine's better than Elsa. Meg is way better than Raya. Yeah, I do like the OG princesses. They're way better. Okay, wait. Why is Cinderella better than Moana? Because Cinderella's badass as fuck. I love Cinderella. I don't like Moana. I don't know why you have to keep asking me this. You know I don't like Moana. She's cool, but they both are. Super specific Disney princess quiz. Who's the only princess with dimples? I think Tiana. Yeah. Two princesses have the same voice actress for their singing voice. Ooh, do you know this one? Cinderella does literally nothing in her movie. The reason you say you hate Moana. Okay. Do you know which 2 princesses have the same voice actress for their singing voices? Because you should know this. You can probably guess just by looking at these. But do you know which 2? I want to see if you get this one right. Is it Cinderella and Snow White? Mulan and Jasmine. Mulan and Jasmine have the same singing voice. Because Mulan is voiced by what is her name? Mina Wen. Mina Wen does not do the singing. Oh, I know the actress, the singer's name. I can't remember the singer's name. Oh, it's right here. Lea Salonga. Does the singing for Mulan. That was first guess, but I stopped myself. Yeah. Who was the first princess to have violet eyes? Who has violet eyes? I'm trying to think. Jasmine? Oh, Aurora. It's like, does Jasmine have light eyes? I don't remember. I got one wrong. Who's the only Disney princess to have a brother characters in her movie? Merida. How old is Cinderella? Cinderella is 19. Who's the quietest Disney princess? I mean, what does that mean? Like Aurora? She just doesn't speak because she's asleep half the time. Which Disney princess rescues a turtle as a child? Moana. I only got one wrong. That's pretty good. Anyway, I think I'm done doing quizzes. I'm kind of bored. But quizzes are always fun. Literally anyone with a TV should be able to ace this super easy Disney quiz. Will not even treat me. Which song is not from Moana? Surface Pressure. Who's the villain in Lion King? Scar. How many dwarfs are in Snow White? I have no idea. It's not like it's in the name. Which two princesses are sisters? Which is not a Pixar movie? Who's not a member of the OG group? Which movie came out first? Now this is actually kind of difficult. Which movie did come out first? Little Mermaid. Anyway, I'm bored. Let's look over our rankings one last time. This is our current standings. So, down here we got Alice in Wonderland. We got Pocahontas at the very bottom. That movie is so bad. If y'all want to know why I ranked movies this way, you guys can go to my YouTube and watch the previous Disney movie reviews. They're all in the Disney Rants folder. So, you guys can go ahead and check that out. If you want to know why I ranked anything the way I did. And I am going to re-rank these at the very end. Once I've watched everything and sort of let everything sit, I'm going to re-rank everything. And yeah, it might look a little different at the very end. But that's where we at. Let's see if there's anyone to raid. I also have it written down. If you guys prefer this, I can show you guys that. I think I put this at the Discord. So let's do that. See if there's anyone streaming. Hey Kay, do you want to stream so I can give you my viewers? Anyway, so my schedule's fucked this week, so I won't stream again until Sunday. Sunday we'll play some Kingdom Hearts. Probably we'll either play I don't know if we'll play Kingdom Hearts or if we'll review movies, but we'll see. I may just want to talk about Dragon Ball Superhero because I'm going to see that on Sunday. So just keep an eye out. We'll see what I talk about. We'll see what I do on Sunday. But yeah, I'm working all nights this week, and I'm working 2 doubles, so not a lot of stream time. Anyway, if you guys want to see more of me, just follow and hang out, and I will see you guys later. So I'm going to see if Cade started streaming. He did not, it looks like. And yeah, we'll get back to Kingdom Hearts. We're almost done, y'all. We almost done. I might hop back on in like an hour and play some Kingdom Hearts. I haven't decided because I kind of want to play Kingdom Hearts, but we'll see. I will see you guys later. I gotta figure out dinner. No, I don't. I just ate. What am I talking about? I'm not even hungry. I'm still so full from lunch. Anyway, yeah, I will see you guys later. So let me see. No one to raid. I'll see you guys on Sunday. So peace, love, and wish me luck this week because I'll need it. Bye.